Okay, we're live. So what did everybody think about this week?
I feel like it was more straightforward. A lot of the reading. Um, it took me a while to see the relevance of distinguishing between the difference of patents and a secret trade, but I was able to find like minor distinctions, and I think that's what she was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Do you have an example for us?
I think so. You guys will have to let me know what you think of the example. It's really short, like 60 words at
Short and
most.
sweet to the point, like a good talk.
Yes. And I mean, if needed, I can explain things behind it. But what it is Bobby Wood invented a new type of car, patent. Once the design had been made, he hired Woody Bob to help build and manufacture models of them. But before he did, Bobby had Woody sign a contract saying he would never tell anyone in detail any details about the design or mechanics of how the car works. Trade secret. So my understanding of this is that Bobby Wood is the inventor. He's the one that gets the patent for his invention. He's the one that he's the head honcho. He's the one behind all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Woody Bob is the one that signs the contract saying that he will not tell anyone about it. In other words, he's making a trade secret with Bobby Wood. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so so the distinctions I would make would be, oh look, there's one. Okay, so he's gonna try and get on.
Right.
So the distinction I'm making in my mind is that a patent is dealt or is dealt or given to the inventor so that he owns it. He owns the invention.
Mm-hmm.
Once it has been made, once the patent has been made, a contract is signed by co-workers or workers who work for the inventor, but they swear secrecy that they will not tell anyone. So a trade secret is always given after a patent has been made. Does that make sense? So they both are connected in the sense that they deal with the invention, but
Mm-hmm.
they are made by different people.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
That does. I don't think a trade secret always follows a patent.
Okay. Do you want to
Because,
explain to me how so?
of course, because I worked at Texas Roadhouse for years upon years upon years. Okay, about 7 years. They have trade secrets, especially in regards to their ribs. That was actually my example for the week.
Okay, yeah, show it. Enlighten
Let
me.
me. Okay, I used a different name, but basically, um, they have a trade secret on how they make their ribs. Okay, it's and those who have worked in the kitchen have to sign the contract saying that they're not going to tell anybody what that secret is. But they don't have that certain thing patented. If somebody were to figure that out, they can use it.
Hmm.
It's not a patent thing, but that is a trade secret that the employees sign saying, no, we're not going to go tell people what that secret is. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
no, that totally makes sense. So so a patent is something that cannot be repeated by anybody else.
Correct. A
Okay.
patent is, yeah, it's the way Gatorade makes their bottles. Okay, nobody else can make a bottle like Gatorade if they have a patent.
That makes sense.
But people can still make other bottles. But the
Or
way they make it, let's say they make it on a spin wheel or something, whatever, it's cheaper. That could be a trade secret that the employees can't tell people.
okay, that totally makes sense. I'm glad that we have these group meetings.
Right?
Okay. Or so another example would be, let's say, to bring up the bottle, for example, they couldn't make their bottles in the shape of Gatorade because they have patent over Gatorade. But someone could they, I guess, no, I guess this would be another example of a patent. They also have patent over what it tastes like and the recipe for Gatorade.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes. Now, Duran, he posted his example. It says, M's Hardware has been refining a new customer service program for their business. It was built around the idea that people visit the hardware store 4 times a year and helps them stock enough supplies for the people that come to their store. This is a trade secret. M's Hardware has found so much success with this new program that they have decided to protect their information, so they apply and are granted a patent for their database. How long does this patent last? 20 years from the date first filed. What would happen if an employee left M's Hardware and tried to use the same information at his new company? They would need to purchase a license to use this product because the patent is on this data. It makes sense.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Okay, I get that.
Well, and going back to my example, I'm building off what Duran was saying. I cook ribs at my house using their secret.
Mm-hmm.
I don't tell anybody, but I can use it as long as I don't tell anybody.
That makes sense. Dang, I learned a lot. So there's a lot of distinctions then between a trade secret and a patent.
Uh-huh. Now I was kind of bored. I had a little bit of time today, and so I did a question, a correct answer, and 3 incorrect answers with explanations on it all.
Okay.
Want me to upload them for you?
Sure. Let's take a look at them.
We do not have to use them. I had a little bit of time on my hands finally today to be prepared.
I feel like this is the week that I'm the least prepared.
Okay. The question is Austin violating any laws by using the technique the Roadhouse taught him? The correct answer is no. He is not breaking any laws. The explanation: there is no patent on the technique for the fall off the bone ribs.
I didn't remember him giving them to me yet.
So Austin is allowed to use it for his personal food. He is not sharing a business. He's not starting a business where he would use the technique as a competition. The technique is a trade secret of the Roadhouse, and as long as Austin does not say what the technique is, he is not violating any laws in regards to trade secret.
Hey guys, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear us?
Okay, I can hear you now. You were cutting out there.
Yeah, the connection's pretty bad.
Well,
to be honest.
For Colin and I, it's really windy out there, and when it's windy, internet's sketchy.
Yeah. Like, I've been kicked off multiple times
Oh.
of the internet. Like, I've had to restart my computer and everything.
Oh.
But
I saw someone
no,
said,
dude, that is a great explanation for the correct answer. Incorrect answer 1, no, since he is a waiter, he is not bound by any laws in regards to techniques from the kitchen. Explanation: even though he is a waiter, he was still taught the technique and is law bound to protect the technique. Incorrect answer. No. Wait. Okay, so you did incorrect answer 1 and explanation. Okay. Dude, this is nice. Like, well thought out, really written, great example.
This is how prepared I like to be. And I finally have a little bit of time to do it.
Did you just get done with like a first block class or?
No, I actually found a sitter for my kids while my wife was at work, and so I pawned off my kids to somebody else so I can stay home.
Wow.
Grandmas are awesome.
Well, dude, this is awesome. This is great.
And so I have for the incorrect answer number 2, no, since there's no patent on the technique, he can use it for his personal gain. Which is false because, okay, there is no patent on it, but he still cannot use the secret for his personal gain.
That makes sense.
And the explanation, there may be no patent on the technique to use for personal gain, but to use it for personal gain as a competitor, it is a violation of the antitrust laws.
Okay. Correct answer number 3, yes. Using that technique outside of the roadhouse is against the law, since it was the roadhouse that taught him what to do. Explanation: the roadhouse also taught him how to cook a steak, clean tables, up to code. These traits and are used universally. One.
One.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Dude, you look great.
Yeah. Everything's good, so.
Dude, you got a haircut.
Yeah, I think it was about time.
Looks great.
When I go down to Mexico, it's probably 100 degrees. I cut my hair too.
That's not that bad. It's probably, I don't know, 70s or 80s right now. So,
Oh, that's nice.
yeah, so it's good. Yeah. So where are we at?
So we're just going over Jordan's question and his examples for the answers.
Okay.
We don't have to use any of these. This is what I came up with for today as an example to help us guide this meeting.
And it's great.
I can't see it, so because it's a brand new window that opened up for me.
Well, let me re-put it in there for you.
Sure, if you want to do that. Thank you.
Okay, here's everything I have.
There it is. Okay.
There's the example, there's the question and answers. So can you see it too now, Duran?
Can you guys hear me?
Since you left and came back on, I didn't know if you could see everything that we were talking about. So, like even the example.
I saw it.
Okay, good.
Okay. I like it, so.
I think I like all the answers
Mm-hmm.
because you give different little explanations to them in the answer that are incorrect.
I thought about it kind of hard.
Yeah, no, this is like finite detail. Like, honestly, this is like what I try to do in the meetings. And then I'm like, no, let's just go simple. So, no, this is really well thought out. I'm totally fine with using it. I think if we do, though, we should, I mean, at least try and stay on for the next 15 to 20 minutes to at least talk about what Sister Hurley told us to regarding the final. Does that make sense?
What did she say about it?
What did she say? I didn't catch that.
So she mentioned, let me pull it up. She said it's definitely not too soon to start looking. Oh, it was the hypothetical problem for the final exam. If you have some extra time in your study groups this week, start going through that together.
Okay. Yeah, I think it'd be a good idea to go through it. I mean,
At least to talk about it,
Right.
so that we can collaborate a little bit. Are you guys okay with that?
Yeah.
good.
Okay, awesome. Jordan, thank you.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Who wants to be the scribe? Do you want me to be the scribe? What do you want?
Um,
Hold on.
I think since you already have it, it might be, I don't know, easier, like for you to be able to distinguish between the example and question and things like that. I mean, would you mind scribing that?
No, because I already have I already have it written down as like in the format of the scribe.
Okay, dude, totally.
Yeah.
And so it's easy. I can just put the link on there, uploaded it, and then I can upload the link onto Google Plus. So
Okay.
that's easy enough for me to do.
Okay. Let me see if I can access the hypothetical, or at least find some information on the final so that we can start thinking about it. Because how many weeks do we have left? We have 3 or 4.
4, I think. I think 3 actual weeks and then finals week.
Okay.
There's only 14 weeks, right? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something like that.
Okay,
14
so
weeks and final week.
Right.
So the syllabus doesn't actually say a lot about the final. Let me go to the
I
schedule.
believe there was
What?
a link for the hypothetical question.
Yeah, I actually have it pulled up right now.
Oh, you do? Okay, awesome.
Where's it at?
If you go back to like week 1,
It was the beginning.
yeah, it's in the beginning. So if you go back to week 1,
Preparing for the final.
Preparing for final.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
Click on that and it'll pull you up to the hypothetical problem. It's pretty long, huh?
Well, it's only 2 pages. I hate the ones where you have to where it's like 26 pages and you have to read it and yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of more like a case.
Yeah, I wonder how the final is gonna be. I mean,
I don't know. How did everybody do on the last exam?
I did so bad. I've got to appeal tonight.
You don't want to know, man.
Yeah. My problem is I'm just spread so thin. Like I'm trying to imagine having kids, Jordan, Juan. Like I'm trying to imagine doing this with kids. Like but I'm going to school full time and I'm working 2 jobs. And
Sleep is irrelevant. You get used to it.
Sleep is so relevant though. That's where I differ.
It's not though.
Oh man.
You can sleep when you're dead.
I hear the spirit world isn't like that though. You're still going. I guess like your body's asleep. What?
I'm not asking for a lot. Just give me like, but what, 50 years? That's nothing. That's nothing. Okay. There's people been there for like 2,000, 3,000 years. 50 years is all I'm asking.
I'm gonna tell Duran what we're reviewing.
Probably more like a couple of days or so for them, you know. Couple years.
I don't know. We sent our kids off to my in-laws for the night a few nights ago for a date night. We just went home and slept. I mean, we were painting the town red. We were in bed by 8 o'clock. It was fantastic.
Yeah. All I'm trying to do is pass this class right now. I mean, I have so many things going on this whole semester that's haven't really been able to concentrate on my class and grades and stuff for this semester.
I'm passing all my classes, but this one is by far my lowest grade.
Is it? Yeah.
The connection was too loud. I wonder why. The connection was too loud. I don't know what that means. Okay, anyways, let's look through this problem. So, do we just want to read it paragraph by paragraph and we can switch off?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, let's do
Okay,
that.
and I say we go for 10 minutes. Like we're all tired. We got a lot to do. You guys okay with that?
Sweet,
Yep.
man.
Okay. So Boring Company is one of the world's leading commercial aircraft companies. It designs and builds the majority of the aircraft that airlines use on a daily basis. Bill Meekum is the airframe and aeronautics project manager for the 929, Boring's newest and greatest aircraft. As the project manager, Bill is in charge of designing, testing, and certifying the airworthiness of the aircraft.
Because it is a new aircraft, Bill has wanted the best of the best on his team, so he has pulled many people from various departments in the Boring Corporation. However, Bill feels that the ace up his sleeve is a team of 3 European engineers who previously worked for Airbus, Boring's biggest competitors, based in France. They felt that their ideas for use of composites were undervalued, which resulting in them leaving Airbus and being hired by Bill.
Things flowed naturally for the first few months of design, but then Bill's team ran into several design snags. One night after poring over calculations and designs, one of the European engineers, Klaus Richthofen, piped up, claiming he had a genius idea. Yeah, if the engines were placed closer to the fuselage,
Good luck, man.
yeah, and the wingtips were put back, it would be more efficient. Bill asked Klaus where the idea came from, to which Klaus said that Airbus did the same things with the C450. Their newest airlines intend to compete directly with the 929. Bill just laughed and said, well, it's a good thing we now have you working for the light side these days. And though nothing more and thought nothing more of it as he signed off on the new design.
Because of the requirement for fuel efficiency, Bill needed engines that would be powerful yet not be gas guzzlers. He sent Michelle, one of his team members, to discuss possible solutions with three major engine companies: CE, Rodron, and Pratt and Whitney. Her visits to CE and Rodron went smoothly, and Michelle was highly impressed. The last stop was with a classic engine company, Pratt and Whitney. Things were going well until Michelle overheard the engineer mumble to himself, as if a girl could understand this stuff. Furious, Michelle left the test early, and while waiting in the car at a stoplight, she got on Twitter, which is followed by many people, including many airline executives, and tweeted, "Pratt and Whitney is a completely sexist company that does nothing but con its customers into buying faulty engines." Many industry analysts who read this post retweeted it and to others to show their support of her expertise. Okay, can I stop you guys real quick?
Yeah.
So what I realized, so this paragraph is nothing like the other ones. So the first few paragraphs that we read were about what we just read, patents. This other one was something else that either we haven't talked about yet or something we talked about that I don't remember. But pretty much what she did was, we did talk about this
We did talk
forever
about
ago.
it because she is bashing the entire company from what one person did, and it's something.
I'm trying to remember.
Name infringement, something like.
That seems very familiar to one of our cases that we had to debrief.
Hey, real quick, guys. Duran asked, "What advice would you offer to your friend?" I don't know what he's talking about.
I have no idea what that.
Maybe he read through it already. Anyways, so yeah, I think what we need to do for the rest of our time, I mean, we could probably finish this page, but I say that we go throughout this week and we look for examples of from the book of how we could apply the law to each of these situations.
I agree.
Does that make sense? So we could, I mean, we've got one of them down already, which is patents. Like that one, all we'd have to do is look and maybe write like a small paragraph about what they did that was wrong.
I mean, it almost feels like this paper is designed where every paragraph there's something in there that we've discussed before.
You think it's every paragraph?
Yeah, the first one, no. But well,
I think the first three are about patents and trade secrets.
Patents, trade secrets, yeah. The third one that we just read was, it's on the tip of my tongue, but she's basically bashing another company's reputation.
Yeah, we talked about it. It was in one of the exams. I remember, I think it's either exam 1 or exam 3. But I think it's exam 1.
I don't remember. But yeah, but I think you're right, Colin. I think we just need to go through there and write down the laws that apply to whatever we find in it.
And so, do we want to finish? I mean, we've only got like 3 or 4 paragraphs left. We could just finish that, and then we could even divide it up if we wanted. We could have one of us go over patents and the other go over what happened with Michelle, and then someone else go over the last one. And then we could discuss it next week.
There's 4 of us. We can divide it up into 4 too.
Oh yeah, let's bring Duran into it. Should we finish it though? This first page.
Yeah, let's just finish the first page. Back at Boring headquarters, Bill was trying to figure out ways to get a leg up on competition. The project had already fallen behind schedule, and Bill was worried that the 2008 release date would not be met. It was only February 2006, and he was not confident that their deadlines would be met. This was crucial because the advertising group had been heavily introducing the world to the concept of the 929, and orders were pouring in daily. Bill recognized that a pilot-friendly cockpit would be a great asset. Having powerful technology would be crucial. He had an old friend who worked for Rockwell Corp, an instrumentation company, so he gave him a call. Bill's friend Lee discussed possible options, and Bill was impressed with what he saw, knowing that Rockwell possessed a one-of-a-kind technology that would take years to replicate. However, he expressed his concern that if the same technology were released to Airbus, Boring would lose the competitive advantage. Lee assured Bill that if Boring wanted the cockpit technology first, only Boring would get it. The only catch was that several parts of the navigation system came from Harris Corp, which had deals with Airbus to provide the same type of navigation. Lee told Bill that he would talk to the guys over at Harris and convince them to cut ties with Airbus and deal only with Boring to keep America's money in America.
Oh,
Well, that's cool.
yeah. This is something else that I don't know.
I know we've discussed it.
Yeah. But I mean, that's good though. It's going to force us to go back in the reading.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad you had the idea to start preparing for it now.
Yeah. I mean, it's ideal, but we can shoot for it at least.
Mm-hmm.
Be realistic, but. What if, so we've got 3 weeks until the final.
Mm-hmm.
What if we go through the first two? We go through patents and we go through that tort of some kind with Michelle. And then, and we just try and find the readings for it.
Basically, let's take care of the first page first, and then we'll deal with the second page later.
Yeah. I feel like I don't know what that last paragraph was about that you just read. But I feel like the other two will be easier to find.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we can include that one, but I don't even know where to look for that.
Maybe it's in future reading. Maybe it's in the next week or week after that reading.
Maybe. So what do you think? Should we just divide the two up amongst the four of us, and two of us do patents and the other do
Tort?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's tort, but
I think so, yeah.
does that sound good?
We can do that.
We can do
Okay.
that,
Yeah, that sounds
Let's see, how do we want to divvy this up? Jordan, what if you and we worked on the tort one?
Yeah, that works.
Okay. And then Juan, do you and Duran want to do the other one on patents?
Sure.
Okay.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, so what we'll do is we'll just meet back next week and we'll go over what we've found or how we would, I guess we'll identify through a paragraph what laws were broken through that example that we read. Does that sound good?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. I think that's everything. Anyone have anything else they want to say?
In the name of Jesus Christ, amen.
No, that's it, I guess.
All right. Awesome. Well, you guys have a good week. And if you haven't done your appeals yet, good luck.
Oh yeah,
That's what I'm going to work on.
there you go. All right, we'll see you guys next week.
All right. Sounds good. See you guys.
Take care.
Later.